Juice WRLD's posthumous album, The Party Never Ends, dropped on November 29, 2024, and is being pushed as his final studio album. But honestly, I've got mixed feelings about posthumous releases. It's not hard to side-eye labels or whoever's in charge when it feels like they're just dropping music to cash in on an artist's name. Sometimes it comes off more like a quick money grab than a thoughtful way to honor someone's legacy. The truth is, Juice isn't here to finish or fully shape these tracks the way he might have wanted, and that takes away some of the magic. Albums are supposed to feel cohesive, like they tell a story, but when they're pieced together from leftover material, you lose that essence. That said, instead of looking at this as a final album, maybe it's better to think of it as a compilation of songs, a collection of moments Juice left behind. Through that lens, you can still appreciate the raw emotion and artistry he brought to the table, even if it's not exactly how he would have envisioned it. The Party Never Ends starts with an intro by Mike P, making you feel like you're at a concert, letting us be part of Juice's moment one last time. It sounds like we're in for a heartfelt reflection on his emotional ups and downs, staying true to his talent for turning personal pain into music that everyone can relate to. That's what helped Juice blow up early on, alongside his unique sound. His delivery always felt raw and real, coming from a place of honesty and vulnerability. The album touches on themes like love, loss, and addiction, plus mental health, with Juice's introspective lyrics and genre-bending style. Even the title speaks to Juice's lasting bond with his fans and his 999 philosophy of turning bad situations into something positive. There are a few tracks that really stood out to me, and I want to dive deeper into them and explore the themes on this project. Juice WRLD was always real about his struggles, and this album keeps that same energy going. Tracks like Oxycodone and Condone It dive into addiction and battling self-destructive habits, connecting with fans who recognize their own struggles in his lyrics. In Oxycodone, Juice gets raw about the emotional and physical toll addiction takes, showing both the escape it offers and the pain that comes with being dependent. His honest lyrics make it feel like you're right there with him, making it easy for listeners to connect and relate. The eerie production adds to the heavy vibe, pulling you deeper into his world. Condone It slows things down a bit, with Juice reflecting on accountability and how our choices mess with our mental health. It's a more introspective track, showing that he's not just talking about addiction, but also the complex emotion that come with it. For me, the best music is when an artist puts into words what I've been feeling but couldn't really say. Juice WRLD does this perfectly, giving a voice to emotions that people can relate to and sparking conversations about mental health and addiction. By being so open about his struggles, he stays true to himself and creates a space where fans can feel understood and not alone. Juice WRLD continues diving into important themes such as love and heartbreak. He showcases his profound understanding of emotional vulnerability and complexity. With other tracks like Love Letter and Adore You, he covers everything from the highs of romantic daydreams to the lows of heartbreak, giving everyone songs to vibe with no matter where they are on the emotional roller coaster. Love Letter has Juice diving into the highlights of falling in love, capturing that mix of euphoria and fragility that comes with it. The dreamy production really sets the vibe, making you feel the bliss of being head over heels, but he also keeps it real by touching on the insecurities and fears that come with trusting someone completely. The duality resonates with listeners who have experienced the highs of infatuation, tempered by the vulnerability of trusting another person completely. Then there's Adore You, which shifts to the tougher side of love, the pain of not having your feelings return, and the emotional scars that linger. Juice's raw and melodic delivery gives the track a heartfelt, melancholic edge. It feels like he's laying it all out there, and in doing so, he creates something that fans can connect with when they're going through their own heartbreak. What makes Juice stand out in these songs is how he mixes raw emotion with poetic depth. His lyrics bring together real, relatable feelings and vivid imagery, showing love as both a safe haven and a war zone. He'll drop lines about being vulnerable and then hit you with metaphors that capture the messy, beautiful chaos of relationships, pulling you right into his world. The Party Never Ends is about celebrating life and its ups and downs. Even when things get tough, it's about how the connections we make and the moments we hold on to go beyond time, showing that life, love, and our legacy live on even after we're gone. You can feel this theme throughout the album, especially in these two tracks, Celebrate with Offset and Best Friend with Fall Out Boy, which focuses on unity, strength, and being thankful for the people and experiences that keeps us going. In Celebrate, Juice WRLD and Offset create a track that's all about appreciating life's little moments. It's a reminder to live in the now, even with all of life's flaws and challenges. The lyrics shows Juice's awareness of the struggles he's been through, but they are also highlighting his drive to find joy and meaning in the present. Offset's verse adds to the vibe, emphasizing how important it is to come together and celebrate with others. Best Friend with Fall Out Boy mixes Juice's emotional side with the band's big anthemic sound. It's a shout out to those friendships that last through the tough times and stick with you through the good. The song captures the power of loyalty and the joy of celebrating life together, radiating a vibe of collective strength and shared happiness. The themes in these songs really stood out to me and reminded me just how talented Juice WRLD was. If he was still here, I can only imagine how much his music would have grown as he did. It's heartbreaking to think that he didn't get the chance to fully reach his potential because he was absolutely on track to becoming one of the greatest artists of his generation. That said, I have to shout out Misfits, easily my favorite track on the album. It dives into this self-acceptance and dealing with feelings like you don't quite fit in. It's a sort of rallying cry for anyone who's ever felt out of place, reminding us to embrace what makes us unique. Juice had this way of making those heavy feelings feel universal, and Misfits is a perfect example of how powerful music can be. There are tracks on The Party Never Ends that hit hard and feel deeply relatable. Juice's words always have a way of cutting straight to the heart, but I still stand by what I said earlier. Labels really need to chill with the posthumous releases. One album, sure, especially if it's something the artist started and wanted to share with the world, but this endless push to crank out more music just for the sake of content, that's not it. I really hope that this is the final Juice WRLD project, not because I don't love his music, but because it's time we accept the reality that he's no longer here. It's bittersweet because there's no doubt in my mind that Juice could have reached even greater heights, but that's something we'll never fully see. It's one of those what could have been stories, and as heartbreaking as it is, it's a reality we have to come to terms with. Instead of trying to keep Juice WRLD's legacy alive by overloading it, maybe it's time to appreciate what he left us and let his music speak for itself, raw, real, and timeless. Juice WRLD's music isn't just about his talent, it's a source of comfort and connection for fans everywhere. He had this special way of expressing raw emotions and vulnerability, which created a bond between him and his listeners that felt more personal than just an artist-fan relationship. With this album, like many of the tracks, Juice WRLD's spirit is still alive, reminding us that even in loss, his message lives on. It's a lasting part of his legacy, carried through his music and the lessons he shared. When Juice WRLD says the party never truly ends, it's more than just about celebrating. It's about the impact we leave on others and how the moments we share with people stick around long after they're over. His lyrics remind us to appreciate every moment, even when life isn't perfect or when we're facing challenges. Life's short, and sometimes we get caught up in everything going on, but Juice's music pushes us to live fully, to find joy in tough times, and to value the people around us. Living life to fullest isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about embracing the now, being present and appreciating the people we have in our lives. It's about taking chances, experiencing love, and getting through the hard times knowing they're all part of the journey. Juice WRLD's music is a reminder to not take a single moment for granted. We don't know what the future holds, so we have to make the most of the time we have, celebrate what we can, and keep going, no matter the obstacles. So yeah, I know this was a short video, but I just want to get my thoughts out and share my opinion on The Party Never Ends. Plus, and I gotta say, labels gotta chill with the release of music after the artist is long gone. But anyways, I hope you liked the video. If you want, share your comments down below and your thoughts on this album. And as always,